Your Storm Shield forecast, only on Fox 47 News.
Well, no complaints coming out of a weekend just like this one.
No, you really can't have any, especially after the day we had today. Some folks even made it to around 70 degrees for a high temperature. It's not quite there anymore, of course. We've dropped about 15 to 20 degrees or so across everywhere, but it is 20 minutes to 11 o'clock. So we are starting to get to that point where we cool off. Fortunately, where the temperatures are at, such as MSU here, you see 50 degrees, the current temperature in East Lansing. Well, we're not going to stray too much further from that overnight. We've got some calm winds across the area. Temperatures generally are in the upper 40s. A couple spots are still in the 50s. Jackson's at 52. It's 50 in Marshall. But then you have 49 in Mason, Lansing, only 46 towards St. John's. So continuing to see some of the cooler locations as far as the temperatures are concerned. The winds are very, very calm. This is going to be a much different story come tomorrow and the day after, following into Tuesday as well. So enjoy the calm conditions while we have them, because it's going to be far from that heading into the early portions, especially of this week. It is still very quiet out there, of course, with those calm winds, and we're not seeing anything on satellite and radar. Maybe a couple of high clouds starting to fill in off of the Lake Michigan shoreline. And as we back out, we see the real threat that's coming our way is in the form of this system that's still out towards our west. It's really centralized over Iowa, Nebraska, and even Kansas right now, and that system of rain is going to continue to press towards us as we go over the next couple of days here especially. So in Future Track, to time it all out for you, you see again we have some of that on and off cloud cover overnight. It's really by the morning we start to see some of this more full-fledged cloud cover start to fill back into the area, and that's going to be ahead of the main event, which arrives in the afternoon. We're thinking maybe after about 1 o'clock or so we start to see some of these rain showers moving in, some of them heavy in nature, especially down towards Jackson, and those will continue to be kind of on and off as we go throughout the afternoon into the evening. We can't rule out a line of maybe a couple of thunderstorms as well, especially on the back end of this system later in the evening around 9 or 10 o'clock at night as it continues to push through the area. Now tonight we won't have to worry about any rain. It's going to be very dry. Clouds will start to build as we go more towards the morning hours. We'll be down around 48 degrees, which still is relatively mild. It's close to 8 to 10 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. And the winds are going to be picking up tomorrow, as I had mentioned, and we've got those mild conditions to start. Don't warm up too much though. Our high temperature is probably going to occur around 2-3 o'clock before some more of that widespread rain starts to roll through the area. And again, late in the day, still can't rule out a clap of thunder and any lightning as well. We're going to be around 65 for that high temperature. The rain arrives in the afternoon, windy conditions at times from the southeast, generally from 15 to 25. Although we can't rule out some of those gusts over 30 miles per hour. So tomorrow will be a day for the umbrellas, but just be careful with them so they don't turn inside out or anything like that. We're going to have similar conditions Tuesday, not quite as great a rain threat, and we're only at 51 degrees for a high. So that'll feel significantly cooler than what we've been, especially at the last couple days in the 60s. The temperatures aren't going to see the 60s for the rest of the week after that. You see, in fact, we may not even see the 50s by the time we get to Friday, as we've only got a high of 48 there with some possible showers. That overnight low looks pretty chilly at 32 degrees down there, and we maybe see a little bit of a drying out period as we head into the weekend, but still a lot of uncertainty in the forecast that far out. We're definitely pretty certain about the rain early this week, so have the umbrellas handy.